Hey, welcome back to moveSKILL. I'm Jim. We're going to talk a little bit about the top of the ring support or dip support. When we get up there, we want to make sure that we have a nice stable base to work from. That base really is the ability to take and retract our shoulders, depress our shoulders into this nice stable position. Along with that retraction and depression, I want to see that we externally rotate our shoulders. We're going to have a nice broad chest, and as we're holding that position, we're going to hold nice and stable while we're down there. Ideally, we'd like to see the elbows or the forearms show in front. As we begin, a lot of times we won't see that. We'll see people come up, and we'll see this forward position where they roll, the shoulders elevate, they dump forward. From the side, it looks something like this. We're going to take and really stress or emphasize the ability to take and retract those shoulders, turn it out, and hold that position. As you hold that position, you're going to tightly contract or tighten or flex your stomach so you can draw your body into a little bit of hollow. We're building a strong, stable support in there. So every time when you come up, set yourself up so your rings are where you can barely support yourself with your tiptoes if you need to. Squeeze it and hold. The first time you really start to set up on the ring support or dip support, it's kind of intimidating. There's lots of movement in that platform that you're going to be supporting yourself on. I recommend that you set up so that as you press up, you can maintain contact with the floor. As I use my tiptoes to establish that position, I then retract my shoulders. I begin to take and support as much of my weight on my hands as possible. Notice my failure point this time, if I come down out of it, I simply spread my arms and I drop through. You're attempting to not let your elbows come out or hands come out as you start to engage here. You're going to take and maintain a little bit of control or a little bit of contact or control with the floor as you come up to support. Once you can establish that position at the top of the rings, where your fully extended elbows are locked out, we want to introduce a couple different drills to challenge you more. We want to be able to take and regain that stable base should we begin to lose it. There's two drills that are really nice for this. One of them is that you introduce a little bit of a rocking motion to that. You're still going to hold it as tightly as you can, shoulders retracted back, depressed, elbows are turned out, shoulders are externally rotated, and you're going to rock back and forth in place. As you're holding that position, your partner can then step up behind you, give a little bit of assistance, and they're going to push you back and forth. It's going to be a gentle swing. You're looking at maintaining stability while moving. This is going to come into play when we start to do a muscle up and we get to the top and all of a sudden you press out, you're beginning to move and you want that nice controlled descent. Even when you're doing ring dips in the rings, you start with that little bit of ring swing. We want to take and minimize any potential problems on the other end that can result from that. The second drill is adding a little bit of rotation in there. That rotation can be forward and back. You're trying to hold those positions. Remember, we're not doing this. We're not rolling back in. We're going to try to maintain that shoulder position the whole time. Lastly, we can combine the two into a drill where we end up with a little bit of assistance, a partner push. We ring support with a little bit of rotation in there as we swing. All in all, we want to build a really strong, stable shoulder. The stronger the shoulder, the better. With the muscle up, with the ring dip, any of these movements which require us to be at the top of the rings with a high degree of stability, we want to use this dip support with these drills to develop that stability. Guys, take some time, develop these, spend time with them. Start looking at maybe anywhere from 6 to 8 sets of 15 seconds on, 15 seconds off. That'll kind of be this thing where you start to develop the feel for being able to be up there and being fatigued at the same time and asking yourself the entire time, can you maintain good position while being fatigued? Guys, this is Jim with moveSKILL. We'll catch you later.